Hi, and welcome to Faith into Greatness. Today, the Lord put it on my heart to give a very special message from the book of Judges. And here I'm in the book of Judges, chapter 2, and I'm looking at starting verse 10. It says, "After that whole generation had gathered to their ancestors, another generation grew up who neither knew the Lord nor what the Lord had done for them. And they forsook the Lord altogether, the God of their ancestors who had brought them out of trouble. They followed and they worshiped various gods of peoples around them, and they aroused the Lord's anger because they forsook God. In his anger against the people, the Lord gave them into the hands of raiders who plundered them. God sold them into the hands of their enemies all around, whom they no longer were able to resist. The Lord raised up judges among them who saved them out of hands of these raiders. Yet they would not listen to their judges because they prostituted themselves to other gods and worshiped them. They quickly turned from the ways of their ancestors who had been obedient to the Lord's commands. Whenever the Lord raised up a judge for them, the Lord was with the judge and saved them out of the hands of their enemies as long as the judge lived. For the Lord relented because of their groaning under those oppressed and afflicted them. When the judge died, the people returned to the ways even more corrupt than those of their ancestors, following other gods and serving and worshiping them. They refused to give up their evil practices and stubborn ways. Therefore, the Lord was very angry and said, "Because this nation has violated the covenant I ordained for their ancestors and has not listened to me, I will no longer drive out before them any of the nations. I will use them to test the people and see whether they will keep the way of the Lord and walk in it as their ancestors did." The Lord had allowed those nations to remain. He did not drive them out at once by giving them into the hands of Joshua. By testing the people, the Lord wanted to see, were they going to be committed to God and God's commands? Because God saw that otherwise they were not going to be obedient. This message is for all of us. Don't consider it a blessing when God is constantly testing you. If God's not walking before you and making a way and getting enemies out of your way so that you can have a peaceful life, and the Lord is constantly testing you, it's because you are not being obedient to God and you keep going back to your old ways. I hope this message blesses you all. May you think about how your life looks and whether or not the Lord is truly blessing you with peace in your life. Take care and God bless.